and Raven of Prong, and we're talking about their new album Cleansing, which has been out in Europe for a few weeks now. And Raven, you brought in with you your colleague from Murder Inc., JB, on keyboards, and when you hear keyboards you think, oh my god, but in fact in this case you've done something rather interesting with them. How did you integrate them, how did you bring them into the music?
I never heard anything like what he does before, you know, that's all. It's not like, it's just a row. It's totally scary stuff. It's added a different textures and some different atmospheres to where we're going with Prong. And, you know, he's my buddy. You know, and it was good. I think it's been good to balance out between where, like, me and Ted have got really tight, and he plays a lot of percussive stuff, and also we run a lot of like secondary guitar samples and different stuff like that. And so it's like, you know, getting a third arm, kind of.
I mean, Prong has never really fitted into any particular category, has it, Tommy? So I was wondering, what bands that are around at the moment do you feel an affinity with, that you can relate to with what you're doing, with what they're doing?
That's a good question, but I have to go again and say that we never really fit into a genre. We always try to move away from it from the very beginning. There's a couple of groups out there that we do have a somewhat of affinity for, but I wouldn't want to put us in the same category. Like Troponin Paul is one of our favorite bands, and you know, we're really into Pitch Shifter. And on the other hand, there's a lot of other stuff of different styles of music that we like as well. You know, I mean, there's Murder Inc. and Course of Empire that we may have an affinity to. So we still have to, I have to tell you, we scatter around a bit.
Well, all those bands you mentioned have got a very underground feel. Do you think you've managed to retain that with Prong? I think you have.
Not purposely, just to be esoteric. I like to play music that people like, and I like people to come to the show and feel like, you know, that we're making friends with them, or, you know, we're having like a group effort here, you know. So, you know, I hate when groups try to put themselves underground purposely. I think that's kind of, you know, destroying the whole point of going on stage and playing for people.
Now, you worked with you co-produced actually with Terry Date, who is kind of the producer of the moment, really, at this stage of the game. He's very kind of artist-orientated, isn't he? Was it? I mean, it must have been very satisfying for you to work with somebody like that, have that input, and be able to have a lot more control.
Yeah, he's definitely artist-oriented, and he just applied what we was talking about in a lot of the conversations and discussions on where we wanted to go, and apply that to his engineering, and that's pretty much what his role was. The ideas, I think, came from, you know, Prong, and he just utilized his knowledge of around the studio. And he likes noise. He likes a hard record. He said, I'm making a Prong record and that's it. And it does sound different than any other records that he's done as well. So he's just an amazing guy.
He's not a kisser to the record companies. That's the main thing. You know
exactly what Pantera said, actually. Very point.
Records and not, you know, the company's records, or what these, you know, idiots would believe is a good record, you know.
Good for him. We like Terry Date here. Well, we better quickly, 2 more questions for you, which we're running out of time, so I want to quickly get on. You haven't included a lyric sheet on the record on purpose. I can completely understand that you want people to make their own interpretation of the songs. But just kind of overall, I felt the lyrics were a lot more confrontational.
I don't know. I think that they're a little bit more pointed in the direction of some kind of solution, or a feeling that there's a solution. Not all of them, but some of them are like that. The whole cleansing, the concept behind the whole thing seems to tie in where it's very cautionary, and we're very wary of what we're looking at and wary of what we're indulging in, and I think that's where a lot of it's just modern day caution, and I don't know about confrontational. I guess some issues that we're very anti-complaining, and
live show is very confrontational.
Yeah, live,
I would say, more so.
So when can we hope to see you live in Europe? That's the last question.
Very soon. I believe starting in May, doing a couple of festivals, and I was
Germany, France, and Holland, and Britain, and Switzerland, and going to play in
Kiev,
Russia and Prague, and all over.
Well, thank you very much for talking to me on Headbangers Ball, and good luck with Cleansing, and it's It's going down very well in Europe at the moment as we speak, so thanks very much.
Thank you.
We're going to go into another short break right now, and we're going to show you a little bit of Prong playing live here at the Rip Party in Los Angeles, and let's see some of that confrontation, and then stay tuned for more action from the party.
Gonna take all the challenge out of all of my life and get up to begin the ball with one more shot. Gotta show all the torment and pull it to stare. Pull this bullet hole so that we can bear. They train! They train! They train! Covering and the something is there. No one knew what a man's about. No giving is a dare. No one is stability. That's what you get. Real living is what's on. What's now out of bed. We train. We train. We train. Challenge out of all of our lives. Make it all predictable with the whitewash lies. You see, you gotta show all the torment and all the despair. All those brothers bullet holes are more than we can bear.